Well, grab your chocolate and your favorite bottle of wine as we dive into the hottest TV shows coming out now. You don't want to miss it. Extra Butter, Please starts now. Hello and welcome to another edition of Extra Butter, Please. I'm your host, Gina B. Well, I know it feels like summer just started, but believe it or not, the start of the fall TV schedule is just around the corner. Networks like CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, and FX, and so many more have some great shows premiering this fall. So let's take a look at some of the new shows hitting the small screen, starting with ABC.
What would you do if I said,
Tell you want to start going together?
Well, inspired by the beloved series of the same name, The Wonder Years is back, but it has a new leading character and a new family. The premise of the hit TV series is still a coming-of-age story set in the late 1960s, but this time it takes a sentimental look at a black middle-class family in Montgomery, Alabama. Narrated by the one and only Don Cheadle as adult Dean Williams and told through the point of view of his 12-year-old self. Dean's hopeful and humorous recollections show how his family found their wonder years in a turbulent time.
Why would you want to play with a bunch of white boys?
Why does that matter? How do you know if you don't try? Isn't that what you're always telling me?
what would you do if
I feel different everywhere I go. When I'm with Corey and Brad, we all feel different. I finally get to feel the same as everybody else.
Catch The Wonder Years Wednesdays starting September 22nd. Well, it's all about the queens in our next pick.
This is our second chance.
We don't need a crowd. We don't need a stage.
Starring Eve, Notori Naughton, Nadine Velasquez, and Brandy. Queens follows 4 women in their 40s who reunite for a chance to recapture their fame and regain the swagger they once had in the 90s when they were legends in the hip-hop world. Take a look.
The dumbest thing we ever did was throw away friendships that most people never have. Let's get this group back together. Remember this moment right here, y'all. It's Queens against the world.
You can watch this new show starting October 10th. Next up is Abbot Elementary. In this workplace comedy, a group of dedicated and passionate teachers and a slightly tone-deaf principal are brought together in a Philadelphia public school. Even with the odds stacked against them, they are determined to help their students succeed in life.
Hello.
What's up?
Oh! I thought one of my colleagues here hired a stripper for me.
Okay.
Now, you can imagine what it would be like to be able to see the future like the main character in our next show. Maggie follows a young woman trying to cope with life as a psychic. She regularly sees the future of her friends, her parents, clients, and random strangers on the street. But when she suddenly sees a glimpse of her own future, she realizes she needs to start living her best life today.
You will fall in love. It'll be a wedding. It's gonna be unlike anything you've ever experienced.
You okay?
Excuse me.
Women of the Movement tells the powerful story of Mamie Till Mobley, who in 1955 risked her life to find justice after her son Emmett Till is brutally murdered in the Jim Crow South. Not willing to let her son die in vain, Mamie chooses to bear her pain on the world stage and emerges as an activist for justice and igniting the civil rights movement.
White folks are gonna treat you different. It's just the way that it is.
Abbot Elementary, Maggie, and Women of the Movement will premiere mid-season. That means sometime next year in 2022. Don't go away. Extra Butter, Please. We'll be right back after the break.
You don't have to be a climate scientist to want to protect the Earth. There's some light that's there within her that makes me continue to do the climate science work that I do.
Well, welcome back. Let's take a look at the new shows coming to CBS. First up, it's NCIS Hawaii. I can't believe they're doing another one, but here we go.
You know what I think? This is a crime scene.
Jane Tennant, Special Agent in Charge, NCIS Hawaii.
This fourth spinoff to the hit show takes us to the seductive shores of Hawaii as the first female special agent in charge of NCIS Pearl Harbor takes command. She and her team balance duty to family and country while investigating crimes involving military personnel, national security, and the mysteries of the island itself.
Compile a list of high-value targets on the island. Light them up.
Our pleasure, boss.
Robberies, murders, massive explosions. When exactly does the solving the crime part come in?
Just going where the case takes me, Captain.
You can watch NCIS Hawaii starting September 20th. 6 years after the series finale aired, CSI is back as well.
Every defendant that was put away with evidence from our lab has been called into question.
CSI Vegas opens on a brand new chapter in Las Vegas. When the crime lab's legacy and future are called into question, a brilliant new team of investigators led by Maxine Robbie must enlist the help of old friends Gil Grissom and Sarah Seidel.
You do this job long enough, the things we see. When you want to scream, where do you go?
CSI Vegas kicks off October 6th. CBS has a new comedy joining its fall lineup on October 7th called Ghost.
Okay, this is huge.
And it's all ours.
Wow.
New York is full of people. We're never alone.
This must be the new folks that own the house.
In the show, Samantha and Jay throw caution to the wind when they convert their recently inherited country estate into a bed and breakfast. Not only is the place falling apart, but it also inhabits the spirits of the previous residents, whom only Samantha can see and hear. Take a look.
You know, I wasn't sure about it at first, but...
What the hell? Who are you?
What are you looking at?
Okay, you guys, I want you guys to go refill your glass of wine because we're going to be right back.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for healthcare and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org.
Thanks for not touching that dial, people. Moving to the Fox network, The Big Leap is a tale about second chances, chasing your dreams, and taking back what's yours. The show revolves around a group of diverse, down-on-their-luck people attempting to change their lives by participating in a potentially life-ruining reality dance show.
We doing this or what?
She is our story.
Come on. We got this.
No. The Big Leap starts September 20th. Next up is Our Kind of People.
This is Oak Bluffs. I was young when I learned there was a difference between us and them.
Now, this series takes place in the world of Oak Bluffs on Martha's Vineyard, where the Black elite have come to play for over 50 years. The show follows a strong-willed single mother as she sets out to make an impact with her hair care line that highlights the natural beauty of Black women. But soon she discovers a dark secret about her own mother's past that will turn her world upside down and shake up this community forever.
Her family has a long, dark history on this island.
Your mother had a lot of secrets.
We are gonna find the truth. I promise you that.
I'm gonna control all of it. Gotta secure the crown.
You can keep your seat at the foot of this table, just never forget who sits at the head of it.
Our Kind of People also premieres September 20th. Now, Alter Ego is the world's first Avatar singing competition series, you guys. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. On the show, lost dreams and second chances are reignited when singers from all walks of life become the stars they've always wanted to be. However, they won't be performing as themselves. They'll be creating their dream avatar, Alter Ego, to reinvent themselves while showcasing their unique performance style via motion capture technology. It just doesn't get any crazier than this, you guys. Now, the contestants will be judged by Alanis Morissette, Nick Lachey, Grimes, and will.i.am. Alter Ego starts September 23rd. I really can't wait just to kind of watch it one time just to see what the hell. Anyways, now let's check out NBC. Life is all about the choices we make, and sometimes what you do in a single moment can change everything. In Ordinary Joe, Joe Kimbrough faces one of these decisions at his college graduation, which leads to 3 parallel stories that start from that night. Each path finds Joe with a different career as a nurse, a police officer, and a rock star, along with different relationships and different friendships and family lives. I wish I could kind of do that. That sounds a little funky. Take a look.
10 years ago, I kind of want to ask you out. I really wish I had.
So you ever get that feeling that one choice could change your whole life?
Ordinary Joe begins September 20th. Well, here's another weird one, you guys. It's called La Brea. And this is the premise of the whole show. A massive sinkhole opens up in the middle of Los Angeles, separating a family. Okay, stay with me. A mother and a son fall in and are transported to a prehistoric land alongside a group of strangers trying to figure out where the hell they are and how to get back home. Left behind, though, is a daughter who barely manages to survive the disaster, and the father whose troubled past and hallucinations make him an unlikely choice to help solve the mystery and reunite the family. I have to see this one.
According to authorities, a massive sinkhole devastated several city blocks in Los Angeles. Run! Based on the size and unknown depth, there is little hope of finding any survivors.
I've got you!
La Brea premieres September 28th. Okay, Impeachment, American Crime Story examines the national crisis that led to the first impeachment of a president since Andrew Johnson in 1868. Told through the eyes of the women at the center of the event, Monica Lewinsky, you remember her, Linda Tripp, you remember her too, and Paula Jones. All 3 were thrust into the public spotlight during a time of a dirty partisan venom, shifting sexual politics, and a changing media landscape. Take a look.
Before that, during Bush, I was on a desk right outside the Oval. Why was I sent to the counsel's office? Well, back in '93, I was very trim. I have reason to believe that Hillary didn't want me near the president, if you know what I mean.
You can watch Impeachment, American Crime Story on FX. Gossip celebrates the history of tabloid reporting throughout the last half-century and follows Rupert Murdoch's purchase of the New York Post and the career of its legendary columnist, Cindy Adams.
There's no problem with Cindy when you put her on a throne.
A lot of people were upset. Oh. But guess what?
You don't like it? Go screw yourself.
Gossip is airing now on Showtime. Well, you know him as Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, but now Kevin O'Leary is taking on a new role as judge in Money Court. Because, you know, Judge Judy is gone, but we'll still see her repeats. But now here we have Judge O'Leary in Money Court. Anyways, he will preside over a wide range of financial disputes, from estranged business partners battling over a deal gone sour to spouses bickering over spending priorities. And we all know how that feels.
She's not allowed to get coffee in the morning?
We'll just say, you know, that's $3 a day, that's $15 a week, then you times that by 4 for the month.
You know, I gotta tell you something. James is right. The actual variable cost of making coffee at home is about 18 cents, all right? You're spending $3 for it.
The same.
You can watch Money Court now on CNBC. Well, we are all out of time, but I want to hear what you've been binging on. If you're still binging, be part of the show. Email me at extrabutterplease@gmail.com and share your favorite picks. Until next time, see ya on Extra Butter, Please.